All right, let me know when I'm back.
Anybody else having a problem with our the crew chief out?
Well, what?
Man, I've got crew chief on it, man. Every time I hit start, I never hear anybody. Anybody ever had any problems with that?
Nah, I'm on pretty good.
I'm staring down the teeth of a hurricane, and everything's working fine here.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh shit! I always forget to set my truck.
Mine's been giving me fits for about 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know. I've downloaded and reinstalled it 3 times.
Yeah. You install the updates? Get the updates, sir.
Yeah, it seems like every time I do it,
speed limit is 45 miles per hour. Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. Okay, Murphy, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
You'll get it back, man. It's not that big of a deal.
The track temperature's falling. It's now 99 Fahrenheit.
You start doing more of the ARCA races because they're so long, you get more turns. Oh shit. I turned too hard there. Well, that first lap is dead.
That's a new fastest lap for Cook, 30.1. E9, you're now 1.4 off the pace. The leader's just done a 30.1. That lap was a 31.5.
Position. Not bad. That puts me in 10th. I'll take that. I like that 10th spot. Does ARCA run speedways? I'm not sure. Because my first time at ARCA was last week and it was Bristol. So all I've done so far is just Bristol and Nashville. But you can look on the schedule and see. Bristol is a speedway? Well, it doesn't seem like, because Bristol's kind of short.
Hey, Chris, do you have any better luck after I logged off for the night?
Bristol's very short and narrow.
Oh, is that sorry, man? Or I had the headset off?
I said, did you have any better luck after I logged off for the night? You had a pretty rough couple of races.
I didn't end at a couple of races where there was no cautions, worked out all right.
That'll do.
Had a bad couple of days there. Geez, my license took a belting out at one stage.
No, these Australians stay on iRacing.
There's a reason I haven't so much as practiced on the Roval yet. At least this week.
I'm not a big fan of the Roval.
I love the Roval. I'm just no good at it.
Yeah, I guess that's about me too. I'm just not that good at it.
I am not touching that rival this week, not a chance.
My problem is I'm obsessed with taking
That's the
cars
end of the
into
session.
tracks that are
B12.
absolutely not for them. Case in point, when the A7 Legends came out, I bought one with the express purpose of taking it to the Nürburgring. I spent 2 months on the Nürburgring before I ever actually raced the car.
I wouldn't be able to get around there.
All right, betting's up, folks.
That's a throwback dance being number 8.
Let me see if my man Kara is here. All right. Yo, what happened now? Be real. Bet's not working, really?
What up?
What up, Kara? How's it going? I think you might be type exclamation point FAQ and it'll show you how to make the bets. How's it going, man?
Pretty good so far. Nothing.
The air temp is
But
78
I'm so tired
Fahrenheit.
of
The
waiting.
track
I'm
temp
so
is
tempted to
99
just buy
Fahrenheit.
like a 1080
That's
and
true.
settle.
1080
Nah,
GPU,
we're
would you say?
not.
Yeah, I just want to settle. I'm so tired
I mean,
of
Follow
waiting.
car number 2
eventually
in the
everybody
outside
will
column.
I was talking. What
So
was I think? Yeah,
they
it
just
was
put
today
those
that I
salvage
told you
backs
about
on my safety
the
rating I lost a while ago.
motherboard and the GPU. Was yesterday. Like,
Yeah, we were talking
There's
about
actually
CPU.
a theory about that. There's some people
Yeah, so
saying
yeah, I
that
was talking with my
medical
friend
technology has
about
accelerated
that
to the
because
point where
obviously AMD
if
showed
you're
the stuff and they just
under
You need to
like
catch up to
45
Sky
years
stuff
old, you
is
might
a little
start
bit more
living into the
pricey,
hundreds
like
as they
$50
start
more
curing
than.
things.
And I was like complaining with him, like, but AMD is gonna turn into the Intel that we know. But it's not that bad. It's just that they just put
somewhere another.
like the high end
Mhm.
that costs $799 is like supposed to be like a medium in between gaming and people that use company processor and stuff. It's like a really high end that is gaming, but it's kind of like gaming and turning into a business kind of like product kind of thing that is super expensive. But basically the 12 core is the one that is kind of like the
way wet.
one that is the high one for them. And then I was asking them, but wait, they just I think it was last time I saw them revealing CPUs, they just have like a 8-core something, and then I saw
Okay,
that
Murphy,
they
get
yesterday
ready.
show,
Yeah, about,
it was yesterday or
45 minutes
yesterday,
from Noble.
yesterday, they show basically when they show the new stuff Century,
Damn, son.
that is
go,
an
go.
8-core,
I can fart and
the
you can
same
smell it.
thing, but it's like a little bit more high price, but it's different. He explained to me like
You're clear inside.
like the
Got a
cores
car
are in
low
the same
inside.
place and stuff like that. That is,
Hold your
and
line.
it runs a little, it runs better.
You're there.
But he basically told me that
Line.
he don't think
Y'all
the
shut up to that.
Hold your line. Still
799
there.
is super expensive, but the
Line.
bottom two, the 6-core and the 8-core, it should be a
Still
little
there.
bit lower. That he think that, you
Still
know,
there. Clear
that is
inside. The car
it's
down
not
low.
bad. It's just that
Ooh, big
he think
chunk
that
up
it should
coming
be a
into
little,
the
maybe
line.
$50 or something like that.
Clear down low.
But depending on how Intel respond, which we don't know if they're
13th
gonna
place.
respond to that thing, but it looks like I think AMD is gonna take, at least for the 2020, the spot. And obviously they talk about the the GPU, but they talk super highly over the
ahead,
CPU, like
17
with
if you
very
want,
like
not the
big statement, like saying that they just
I
are
wasn't
like
trying to
the
push an
best
issue that
gaming
close to
CPU,
entry. Thank you.
which is like a huge statement. But then when they talk about the GPU, they say like the best GPU that we ever have made. So that means it's not that great. It's just the best that they have made,
Well,
which
I
is
guess-
kind of like a
But I
tell.
guess we'll see. We'll see.
It's a tell. It's a tell
You
because
think
they just
so?
say, of course, that's a tell. It's almost like, well,
It ain't the best, but it's the best we've done.
I mean, it could be the best they have done and it's the best in the world, but why they
One
don't
car
say
on the
it's
front
the
stretch.
best, you know, like, and why they said it on the CPU?
The
Well,
lap time was
CPU the
30.4.
product that they're
blinker
supposed
somewhere?
to show that day and not the GPU, but yeah, they're
Got a car to your
they're
outside.
kind of like selling it
Clear
like
high.
a little bit of the GPU, just saying not only wait and get hype a
Got a car
little bit, but
low,
just
inside.
wait. But they're not. So
Clear low,
they
clear
talk.
low.
They
P13.
say a statement with the GPU. This is the best GPU we have ever made, which is like, obviously, if you do a new product, it's gonna be a new GPU.
But I think
so
they're gonna
that's
say
not-
that anyway, right?
But
The guy
yeah,
ahead has
but
just done a
then
30.4.
that's it. And then they say like the best gaming CPU in the world, not in the market. She say in the world. So if she say that day, and then she say that the CPU is the best that they ever made, and they know there are already stuff outside already, you know, on except the 70, the 3070, you know, is gonna be like. So, and apparently the rumors are that it's gonna be in between the 3070 and the 3080. That's the rumors, like the
Okay.
you know the good
Well,
rumors,
that
which is
sounds
not
good.
bad.
But then
Yeah, like,
driver
that's the thing.
support is what I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's the thing. But man, I think I haven't actually. Let me
My bad.
send a message before.
That was a
I forget,
30.8.
because I haven't harassed PR guy. Let me restart my battle. But yeah, I feel like that's my obviously.
One trying
I
to
could
block
be
you
wrong.
there.
I've been wrong like a lot of times. So, but that statement. What is
No,
that
I know.
statement? Like, oh, have you Merv? Do you,
Hey, 24, I'm just riding. You want mine?
Well, how they say to the kids when
Hell
Santa
no.
Claus is gonna, you know, the Christmas is like, do you behave well this year? And they say, I think, you know, that they don't
Trying
say
to
it
get
like
back over
very
2.0 safety.
confident that
Crying
they,
out
you know,
loud.
they did well. So
Well, I ain't
that's
the only one
gonna
that's
have
had a crap
some to me
couple of
like
weeks.
that is the best GPU.
Talladega was
and
my
obviously,
great week.
I'm not sure.
400
I'm thinking they're
IR
not
and
gonna show
almost the
one
whole
single
point of safety, and
GPU.
I've
They're gonna
watched
show
it
like
of
maybe
safety
2 or
here
3.
and
You know, they're
Buckload
not gonna show
IR.
one single GPU. So,
I'll
and
go
they
back
say
here,
the
well,
best
once
GPU, so
Talladega
that
is
she's
developed.
just talking even the best one. So,
Outside.
that
time was
sounds
31.0.
Still there, still there.
I don't know.
I pulled almost a full
But the
point
price,
back
they're
to
high.
Talladega
it's just
and
price.
my
Car
F-Star here.
outside.
If it's better, is the price. But they show
there.
already that they're
Clear
trying to,
outside.
they're starting
Yeah,
to
it's
sell the CPUs because
Thanks
they're
for
not
holding on to
only
it, 13.
selling. They usually sell less
Yep.
performance, a little less, and they compete really well with price. And now they're like giving you even a little better performance than the competition, and kind of like the price is getting a little bit higher. So they're gonna
P14.
kind of like competing with
Inside, inside.
I don't know, like it felt like
Still
they're
there.
just going
Clear
higher.
inside.
Wrecking back
Inside.
stretch.
All
You
the way
always make
inside.
they saved it.
Outside, outside.
Yeah, you're racing.
Clear high.
Somebody
Oh,
hit you.
jeez, man, that's so dumb.
Oh.
That was so dumb. He tried to pass on the inside,
16, I'm coming inside.
and I saved it,
What
man.
she
But damn.
said.
16th place.
What's your
I mean, I have
16,
a 4-year-old,
okay,
by
Murphy.
definition,
Next
that's
car is
fast.
Vogel.
Damn, man.
Well, I got 3 with the
so
youngest
mad about
being
that.
20 years old, so the 90s were a good fucking steep
So
time for me.
you were telling me that
God damn.
Lord have mercy.
I think you're gonna get definitely better with the because so all the little details that are
That last lap was a
You know, the
31.4.
stuff that is
I was
kind of
going
like
window
how
to the wall before little
retain
John ever got the fucking
the
idea.
wheel.
Yeah, I'm
I'll be
already
cool.
good. I feel like I already got all that stuff. Like none of that. Like what just happened there? None of that
Dude,
was
you're gonna
my
make me
fault.
crash.
That was just the guy
That'll
making a
break-
really bad decision right there.
But obviously there's more stuff.
Y'all motherfuckers
And then
need
what is that
Jeep.
stuff? Like it will come somehow. Like
I had
or
Jesus
you
in my
just
lap
research
while
it,
we
or
had
you just
Bible
figure it out
stories
yourself,
going.
or you just see other people. You know, like racing. That's another thing that
I
you
met
can
him
do,
once.
like,
He told me to give up
that
drinking.
is more faster. That you can see
Did you?
how they take curves and stuff.
At the time,
And
yeah.
if they have camera on the pedal, that you know how hard they pull the gas.
Goddamn 19.
Tires are gone. Oh god. Save it.
Please crash. Please crash.
What are you doing today?
Oh no, Mary, don't do that either. That's so bad. You talking to the Toyota?
Nah, it was somebody else. They said they were losing their tires, and I was like, yo, I need them to crash. Cause I need to go to the pits.
Yeah, these old tires don't like you lifting your
I
line
see
very
what
much.
you mean. Okay, still bad, but I see what you mean.
Cause I got this front end damage on my truck now.
And you drove it so close to the...
Now what I could
Here's
do
the
is go
part
to the
where the fact
pit
that
now,
I'm
but then I have to
slow
hope that
helps
there's
me.
a crash for sure. And then I'll be out of the race if I go to the pits and there isn't a crash.
It just delays the inevitable.
Damn. I think that if that, I wonder if that's
It's
like
all about
the
tires, Ivan.
that happened in
25
the
bucks.
regular, you know,
Car down low
racing.
inside. Clear low. Clear low.
Yeah, the problem with me is I'm so
the
slow
car
I
that
can't do nothing but
police every
tire
car and
squares
say,
too.
okay, everybody go slow until everybody's back. And
No, I think I'm trying to save a bit too much.
how do you call that? You
back
say
again.
you have told me that long.
Hold on, because I can't hear it right now.
Inside.
I'm
I'm
trying
not
not
slow,
to
I just pace
die.
myself.
Still there. Hold your line.
I
I
would
just don't
say.
qualify well, so I refuse to
Still there.
qualify.
Clear
Do
down
you
low.
so you tell me
So
that you were
every time I
checking
qualify
1080s
well,
recently?
some jack wagon takes me
Hold on, I
out.
can't hear
17.
you.
Okay.
Outside.
What are these
Clear
guys
off top.
doing? Why are they so slow?
Take off.
I'm the
That
one
was
with
a
the damage.
83.0.
Stay low, guys.
Thanks, bud.
Oh my goodness.
Got a car down low.
It sounds like there's
Hold
something
your line,
wrong
still
happening,
there.
but you're
Clear
you're-
Your
inside.
screen does not like the low line.
Hold your line inside. You are all clear low. Outside clear.
What an
Clear
idiot,
all
man.
right.
He went low and then came up high. Jeez.
You hit the yellow first
Yeah,
or
because he
the?
keeps jumping in people's lines. Like, look at that. He keeps jumping in people's lines instead of holding the line. And I was obviously faster, and he jumped right in my line. He was low, and then he came up.
18th. The gap behind is now
Oh,
1.2.
before you hit him, you're gonna pass him on the left.
Yeah, I was gonna pass him, and he came over into it. And then I tried to come back up because the Haviline truck was coming up by me.
Yeah,
or
on the
whatever.
left side.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you hit the yellow, the other, the one in the left, just came close to you.
That's not how you race in iRacing, Sakuragi. You're not supposed to block in iRacing. That's a reportable offense.
It's called slamming the door. I don't know those terms. That's how. Let me check. Slamming the door. I race.
Intentional blocking is not allowed in iRacing's code of conduct.
Door slamming automobile. Man, I think that term. What does that mean?
Okay, Murphy, halfway home. Fuel looks good.
slamming
That
the
lap
door
time was
race.
32.7.
He's completely in front of you. He cuts in for the turn. Yeah, those stuff.
The gap to Thompson
I
ahead
think
is
if
now
I
0.7.
know the rules of the game, I have probably, different perspective. It basically mean cut off or fly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't do that in iRacing.
You can block on straight.
If I'm in iRacing, they say if there's someone clearly faster than you, you
should let
just
the gap to
maintain.
Julian behind
You just
is now
maintain
1.1.
your line and let the faster car go by. That's the rules in iRacing.
Even if you're turning like a curve,
Yeah.
like you have to so you have to keep in check who's behind you if they're getting faster than you. You know what they need to do a technology in racing that the cars cannot do that, so people don't do it. That makes sense? By shooting the door in turns. Yeah, I'm still confused on
Car
that, but I
inside.
think I get a little bit of the...
Still there. Clear down low.
Yeah, like slamming the door, meaning like shutting the opening that the person has, right?
P19.
Also a 4-speed on the steering wheel. This feels weird.
I had to just avoid 2 separate crashes because of that aggressive bullshit. And normally shit like that ends people's race.
I guess I saw that a couple of times already in your racing.
God,
That
she
was,
hit the line at
23.0.
hooks and she just goes, even now.
Hey, plugging that line up and praying forward though. Wow.
So you haven't gone into
I
a
know,
medium,
right? You gotta really back it
I
up
can't
in
hear
three.
because they're talking.
Oh, you
Sorry
have
about that, guys.
the thing in the middle of the screen.
Twice that about 4-speed to praying for at the moment, and let me tell you.
Your lap time was at 33.4.
26 out of 40.
Man, this damage got me all
Inside.
fucked up. I'm so slow right now.
Hold your line. Still there.
The gap to Thompson ahead is now
You are all clear low.
P20. You've just done a 33.5.
Damn, I'm gonna lose a shit ton of iRating because of this.
Car inside. Still there. Still there. Clear down low.
I see what. Yeah, that thing. Okay, I saw a little
P21.
bit. Only 15 seconds. Let me see. So I think that
It's
turn that
so
the
hard with
car
no
was
force
doing, if
feedback.
someone
It's
slammed
crazy.
forward and hit them,
I know, I
it's
can't do it.
100% your fault.
I tried it
unless you
before
were
once, I just can't do it.
alongside them. Alongside them means like at the same speed, you know.
Never had this happen to me before. This feels so strange.
Yeah, when I the couple of races that I
Oh
have
no,
done, when
did
I
your
do those
wheel
turn
die
on
on you, or did
curves,
you think it's a
like I
glitch?
know there are people behind me,
It's
and
just lost
I know that I'm
force
taking it
feedback about
very cautious.
10 laps back. I don't know what's
And
coming
I'm
on.
like, okay, I know I'm probably doing more slower, so I'm
The
pretty
guy
sure they
behind's
might
catching.
hit
The
me.
gap's now
I'm hoping to try it after the race.
The side by side, okay. Read the comments. By our racing rule, he's 100% at fault, not enough. His car alongside. So basically, if you're alone, you can make an accident. If you're with somebody along the side, it's different. By our racing rule, it's still very much at fault. Watching the monitor on the shoulder.
The driver in front of us is Janssen.
The door wide open and there's not a shut. Just a someone. I think it's common sense, like if you see people. So the guy that turned it in was not at fault.
That lap was at
So you mean the
33.0.
guy that turned in means the guy running the car at the beginning. The guy was trying
The
to
gap to
pass.
Janssen in front is now 0.9.
And obviously the curve is like in logically if the car is fast enough,
That lap time was
it's kinda
33.0.
like, it's almost like I don't know how to explain it, but so let's say you're doing that curve that he did very tight, but then in the car in the back knows that you're doing that curve tight, but then the car in the back should kind of like brakes a little bit too. You know, it's kind of like courtesy, right? Like
Outside.
if he can pass you,
Clear outside.
but there's like a
Yeah, like
thin
that's
line
it. Like,
between-
cause the thing is we were like 17th place or whatever. Why do that shit at 17th place?
P20, that lap was at 32.9.
When you're already, you know, way in the back or whatever. There's
Inside.
nothing to gain from that at all.
Still there. Still there. All clear inside.
Paradise and you. Who's Paradise and you? That's Team K?
No, that's Condon.
Oh, what's up, Doctor? I will never.
P21, that was at
I will
33.6.
never. Oh,
And that would have been cool if he had did it like gradually. He did it right at the last second.
can block
With the
straight
car
line,
coming up
like,
passing me.
issues. Their line first.
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now
Yeah, so
1.9.
I feel like that thing is almost like when you're in a mall, right? And if you're passing, there's people in the mall, right? Like if somebody's already in front, like you know when he's.
Your lap time was 33.5.
What happened? Did somebody wreck? There's a whole bunch of smoke or something.
Did exactly what he was supposed to do. Wait, Sakuragi, you mean the car, the yellow, or the car on the left side, the black car that hit?
The black
There's
car
like-
didn't do nothing wrong. He was in his spot or whatever and shit.
The yellow. So Merv, the yellow, you say that he kind of like took the speed a little
20th
bit lower,
place.
right? And that's
Yeah,
when you
and he
hit
did
him.
it like right at the last
Okay,
second
Murphy,
or whatever,
push now. We
and
can
that
catch this guy.
forced me down.
in the right. So, Sakuragi, you say that the yellow can turn a little bit to the left because he has space, and he was not that slow at the same time.
That lap time was 33.2.
Actually, this is not easy. I imagine obviously because gaming is already programmed, they have the rules already set, but this is not easy in real. He was in front of Merv going into the turn.
Woo, cars
And
are
he
trash.
has space to shut the
I can't believe
I
I
want to
just
see
did
the
that.
replay of that thing.
Wait, did somebody crash? What do you say you can't believe he did?
Well,
That lap was at 33.2.
I rode the wall all the way through entry of 1 because I'm an idiot.
This is still C racing, right? License C.
Yeah, this is C.
Man, you're gonna get good in this track because I remember this is the track that you've been practicing. There was a crash.
18, what on earth, bro?
Right, racing.
I've got no feedback, man. That was very stupid.
2 laps remaining. Your lap time was at 33.3. The gap behind is now 2.8.
Inside. Still there.
I know if I race,
Hold your line. Clear low.
because I don't
Clear
want
low.
to slide and stuff, and I usually
White flag,
take
one
a
more
little
lap.
bit slower, I'll
Inside.
probably, even if he's not
Clear
my
down low.
goal, you know, I slow down too much in the curves, and
Nice
I'm
finish,
scared
you
that
guys.
somebody behind kind of like don't
Good run.
realize that I'm
Good
going
racing,
slower.
Good racing, everybody.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's the race.
Good run, every guy.
That car is having
That's
issues
my
with the
first
wheel.
green flag
Oh,
run
not
of
the
the
wheel.
week,
the,
guys.
Oh, man, what a
P19. That's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate.
I want to see what my
Oh
tire
yeah,
looks
it's
like.
almost finished.
Good race, guys. That's 111.
Winning bets.
Well, that sucked. I thought I was safe and tires, come back in the last 15 laps or so, and then have no freaking feedback. That was fantastic.
Can we see the replay, or you're gonna jump
yeah,
on?
I'll go to the what time is it? Because I might have to.
It's 10:50.
Oh yeah, we got
PM.
enough time. All right. So damn it, I lost a shit ton of I rating there. A shit ton. I'm not sure if it's gonna like even register that as crash.
All right, that's at 45.
Shit, I don't know. Which times were the slowest there?
It was at I think at the mid 11 minutes or 11 lap. What am I saying? It's 11 lap. Put lap 11 or 10.
We're at 18 here.
It was at 18. Oh, okay.
Let's go to the cockpit.
I wish I could put it in slow motion. What is cockpit? The right side person?
No, inside the car.
Oh. What car is that? Oh, that's your car. Okay.
See, who does that? If he's in a turn and he takes the
Oh, I see what Murph
and he
said,
takes the low line, why was he not still low? Who goes from low up to high in the middle of the turn? In the middle of the
Put
turn.
it again.
It's not
I
the
wanna see that
beginning.
again.
He's low this entire time. So he goes into this turn low. Well, he starts out high. And then he goes in low. He's there low. So I'm like, hey, I got the high line.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he comes up into it high and then slows down. And see, I had this guy coming up on my ass. He's coming inside because this guy is coming inside thinking, hey, Murphy's high. I need to go low. So I don't blame that other guy at all. And then he comes
see what you
up.
mean.
And so I can't go low because this other guy is over here to my left.
I didn't saw that part, like how he turned from the inside part of the trail into the up, like quickly.
And see,
And
y'all can't
slower.
see this other guy. He's behind me. He's like right on my ass behind me to the left here. So the
So
other
what-
guy, so the black truck is low. The yellow truck is low. This guy all of a sudden comes up and slows immediately.
Question on the. So when you made a mistake and then you start losing points on the rating and stuff, when you see the replay, they tell you like, so you learn if you were did the mistake or not.
What do you mean?
So there, so it looks clean. I feel like what you say that he was in that track and then he slipped to the up angle up there and he was slower at the same time and you were a little bit faster and you have somebody in your back trying to go in the short angle to the curve. So then let's say you see the replay and they tell you, oh, you lose that point or not, or you know, so you learn if you're racing Like the game knows who was the fault.
No,
right?
No. Everybody gets the incident regardless. There is no, the game doesn't
Same
determine.
penalty,
Yeah,
like,
the game doesn't
same-
determine anything.
Oh, okay.
Sakuragi,
sucks.
you're saying the correct response was me to adjust my line to drive inside. I couldn't drive inside because the other guy was inside. There's another guy inside right here, right now. Matter of fact, I hit that guy. See, right there. And see, you still can't see him. I hit that guy that was inside. You're about to see him in 1 second when I fast forward here. Right there. He's on the screen now. I hit that guy. That guy was inside. I couldn't go inside at all. If I go inside, I either clip that guy's front, or he rams right into my ass. Do you see that? He's beside me right there. I can't go inside. This is before the crash. This is before the crash. This guy was back there. And then this is when I crash. Fucking asshole couldn't hold his line and came up high at the last moment. I'm salty, and I have a right to be, damn it. Let me be
That
salty.
sucks. I felt like the game should tell, but obviously if the game says that everybody got the same penalty, there's nothing to kind of like, you know. But
yeah, there's nothing for
there's
me to do but be salty. And I'm fine with that.
There's always like.
But see, I
You know,
thought
there's
that
a-
at
there's a-
first, like, because of when it happened, I thought he was just intentionally blocking, which is what it looked like at first or whatever. But it looks like he just didn't have control of his damn truck, which is what it ultimately
see-
looked like.
But there's a code, like obviously the game or I don't know, like it should have like a thing that even though they tell you, oh, everybody got the same, you know, fault or whatever, that I mean you can figure it out, but I don't know.
Now, if he was
thought that the game
intentionally
was gonna-
blocking and like I was still there with him or whatever, and you can see this, like I would report that. But it just looks like he lost control, so there's nothing to report there if he fucks up his truck. All right, next race at 11:15. We'll try it again. I'm gonna take it out on somebody in KOF. That's what I'm gonna do. Fuck.
I thought that what is that called,
Come here,
the
boy.
first time that you told me the racing thing, and I'm like, oh, if somebody's first play is gonna be so hard to pass him because he can block. But then you told me that there's like a rule, you know, like a code that, you know, people doing real racing thing, you cannot block people like, you know, very strong.
No, in real racing they do that shit. It's in iRacing.
Oh, you can do it in real racing? Like you just, oh, you're gonna pass me, I'm gonna put my car here. You can do that?
I think it's frowned upon, but there's no rule against it, I don't think.
Well, if there's no rule, it's definitely allowed.
From how it was explained to me.
Oh, that sucks. So basically, how do you get the first place in the car? Like, you have to do like in iRacing, like what is that called? Like a time, right?
Hold on, well, I'm sorry. I was trying to. I was down to last light there. I wasn't listening. What were you saying?
Like, what is that called? The preliminary that